Today I will show you step by step how to make a Western quiet book page. The horse has a fringe mane that can be groomed with the attached comb. The horse wears a hat with a sheriff's star on its head, detachable with velcro. You will also find a mobile scarf and embroidered cactus here. Patterns to make it you will find in my Etsy store. So let's get started. We will need stiff felt, scissors, vanishing markers, clips, velcro tape, hole punch, molding, hot glue, fringes, and button. Prepare patterns to the title Western Horse Part 1 and 2 and cut them out. Place patterns on right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out along the drawn lines. If you want, you can draw lines on the cactus according to the pattern with a vanishing marker. I will embroider it with green molding. You can also sew it on the machine or draw lines with green fabric marker. Place cactus on green felt and sew along the edge. The upper and lower threads are green. In the next step, cut off excess felt along the edge of the cactus. Place cactus on yellow element 6 mm from the bottom and left edge, and sew only the bottom edge on the seam line from here to this place. At the beginning and end of sewing, sew forward and back and repeat 3 times. Place ready element on the base page. 5 mm from the bottom edge. You will start sewing from here to this place. At the end of sewing, sew forward and back and repeat 3 times. Place red element here, 26 mm from the right edge of the yellow element, and sew only the upper edge from here to this place. Prepare the last 2 elements, place beige element under brown one and fasten it with clips. Then place everything on dark brown felt and sew only brown element along the edge. The upper and lower threads are brown. In the next step, cut off excess felt along the edge of the brown element. Now please prepare patterns to the title Western Horse Part 3 and cut out first 5 patterns placed in the frame. Place patterns on right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place pattern on light brown elements so that they overlap, and draw dots in the places of holes. Then place black circles here and sew them along the edge. On the previous element, place small white circles and sew them along the edge. On the sides, place pink elements and sew them on. Place this pattern on the base page. There is 42 mm from the upper edge and outline its shape with vanishing marker. Now please prepare a 6 cm long fringe strip. My fringes are 4 cm long. We will sew them from here to this place. To make it easier, at the beginning we will glue it here with hot glue. Try to use as little of it as possible. In the next step, we will sew the strip from here to this place. Place the horse's head here so that it lines up with the line we drew earlier, and sew it along the edge with brown thread. Finally, place the last element here and sew it along the edge. Now please cut out the wrist patterns from this page. Place patterns on right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out along the drawn lines. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Then cut out the inner shape. Place pattern on mesh elements so that they overlap. Draw dots in the places of holes. And then trace the inner shape. Then cut it out. In the places of dots, place nostrils and sew them along the edge with brown thread. Prepare a piece of black felt, place this element and sew only the bottom edge from here to this place. Place mesh element in this way and fasten it with clips. Then sew both elements along the edge of the hole with white thread. Next, turn this element over and cut off excess black felt along the seam line. In the next step, place prepared element on hair so that the lower edges overlap, and sew it along the edge with white thread. Next, place cheeks on the sides and sew them on. Prepare the last patterns of the title Western Horse Part 4 and cut them out. Place these patterns on right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out along the drawn lines. Prepare Velcro tape and Velcro pattern and cut out one pair of Velcro with loop and hoop side. Place Velcro with a loop side in the center of this element and sew it along the edge. Turn this element over and place this element and sew along the edge. The upper and lower threads are brown. Red element placed on the previous one so that the lower edges overlap, and sew along the edge with red thread. The bottom thread is brown. On top, place this element and sew along the edge. The upper and lower threads are brown. Now please cut off excess felt along the edge of the head. In the next step, place star on head and fasten it with clips. Then place button with a diameter of 10 mm on top and sew it by hand with double thread. If you would like how to make it step by step, click on the link at the top of the screen. Place the head here and draw the place where Velcro touches the base page. Then place Velcro with a hoop side here and sew it on. Place the very last element here and sew it along the edge. Now we can finish the base page, place it on blue felt and sew along the edge. The upper and lower threads are blue. In the next step, cut off excess felt along the edge of the base page. If you would like to combine Western horse with my other quiet book pages, prepare the first pattern and make hole in the place of this dot. Then place pattern on the base page so that they overlap and draw dot in the place of hole. Prepare a hole punch, choose the largest size and make hole in the place of this dot. Then weave a shoelace through each holes of the pages, tie a bow and it's ready. The Western Horse page is ready. I hope you like this project. I will be very grateful if you comment this video. If you would like to make my other quiet book pages, click on these videos. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.